Everybody want to be bodybuilder, but nobody wants these heavy ass weights.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 100th episode of Buckets of Duckets. Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment and think about it. I just want to announce with 100 episodes that we are rebranding the show to X. We're just going by X now because it's the coolest. It's the coolest letter. It makes the most sense when you have us. Yeah. When you have an established brand, it's good to change it after you hit a milestone like 100. So, welcome to X. This is where, we do some yucks. We talk. We throw the X up non-stop. It's Des Bryant up in here. I'm Chase Myers. I'm one of your co-hosts. I talk to my funny friend every so often. You guys know, if you've been around for a while, you know there's, you can't bank on any... You can't set your watch to this show, okay? That's just not how it works.
You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. That's what my son says. And he learned it from me responding to all you whiny bitches.
Oh, there it is. I'm Chase Myers. I'm over here in Seattle, Washington. My best friend is in Louisiana, and we get together over Zoom for 40 minutes, whenever we can. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and give it up real quick for Josh Watts.
Good evening, shitheads. It is the 100th episode of Buckets of Duckets, and in this episode, we have a sponsor. It would be Hulk Hogan's Thunder Mixer. Now you can mix your favorite recipes anywhere and anytime in just seconds. It's just that easy, brother.
Pretty good.
Totally natural.
Yeah, I didn't know you could mix up steroids like that. That's like really convenient. You can just throw it all in the blender, shake it up a little bit, shoot it straight to your ass.
On the back right here, and it goes straight in.
That's convenient. Good job, Hulkster. Know your market,
Look at that.
That's amazing.
That's not a man who would lie to you.
What is that? Is that like late 80s, early 90s era? What is that?
It's WCW era.
Oh, okay. I was just looking at the Hulk. He's a little skinnier at that point. I don't know why. I don't know why he's skinnier. I guess he's just
not steroided.
Yeah, just got more
and
serious.
Look, he's got his cowboy
mustache
boots
has
on.
never looked worse.
And
it's not his best mustache.
Because WWE wasn't there to give him residuals for stuff. He did like the Thunder Mixer, and he did he had like a pasta maker thing. He passed on
he
the
had a
Foreman
pasta
girl,
restaurant.
supposedly. Yeah, and he had a pasta maker. My parents bought
Dang.
it, and then we used it like once or twice, and it ruined. It ruined. It wasn't ready for the ultimate power of making pasta. I guess it just fucking crumbled. Tapped out real fast.
YouTube people, what's up? Subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Podcast people, follow, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. All the stuff.
Really,
that's really what it is. Buckets of Duckets. Just look that up. You'll either
don't
find
buy
us
anything from the store.
Yeah. Also, don't do that. We totally have not taken down the store since I had like a month in between episodes. Still have not done it. Just look up Buckets of Duckets.
What?
You'll either find us or some British dude in a cool, just a real cool jean vest.
Found out there's some cool British rocker dude who's Buckets of Duckets London over there. I guess he's just holding it down for us.
Gotta reach out and try to do a partnership there. He seems like he's got a market for sure. We need to expand.
Dude, I honestly would
globally.
love a sleeveless, like a jean vest. I would fucking love to have a jean vest. If I could put my name or something on the back of it too, come on, man. That would be awesome.
That does sound pretty great. What's up, man? What you been doing?
Same old shit, different day. Wow, I don't like how that came out at all. Chase, I've just been cashing checks and snapping necks down here. We got a new show starting this month at the country club. I was talking to you a little bit about it before. I was nervous
during friendship time.
Yeah,
during private friendship time.
You said that in the friendship bubble. Keep it quiet. That's where it stinks. Private friendship time.
We only get so much time of that before we have to record and put it out for the masses, but
I like how defensively you said that too. Oh, you mean what you said to me in private?
Oh, you mean one of the few things that we don't tell everybody? Is that what you're talking about?
Nah, never mind. We'll edit this.
Nah, cannibalize it all, dude. Cannibalize it all. We're just walking content, baby.
It's fucking content.
Content is king. Who am I? Who am I to fight that?
Don't stand in the way of progress. I didn't think people would be super into. No. Let me say this right. I didn't think that we should only sell tickets with meals and drink packages, because like the tickets for the Country Club show were $45, and I thought that might be too steep for us to.
So you were thinking like you could buy tickets that are just the show, and then they could just buy food there.
Yes, or if you wanted the $45 ticket, you could buy that, but you could also buy just a $20 one to get in the door. You know, and it turned out like I was wrong.
Yeah, what are you, like, anti-Duckets, bro?
I hate money, I guess, because, bruh, we've had to raise the number of seats and tickets because fucking people want to come and pay. I mean, I put my dick on the poster, so I figured that would probably
I mean, that brings
help.
them in. That'll bring them in.
But it's selling way better than I thought it would, so I'm pretty pumped about that.
Nice, dude. Yeah, now y'all got to raise that price.
Yep, $75.
Yes, yep.
When they get to the show, this first round, when they get to the show, we're gonna say that's nice, but it's $30 more before you can go in there.
Oh no, that was just to retain the plate. Yeah, no. But now, if you actually want to, like use it, you got to pay another $35. That's it's like a retainer for attorneys. Like now you have the right to use that attorney. Now you have the right to actually eat the meal. So. It's just standard business practices. I don't understand.
Oh, y'all don't know dick about comedy. That's what this is.
Y'all don't know fucking shit. Nice, dude. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you got another. I knew that would be good, man. Country Club, like those are people don't realize that those are actually like good comedy rooms, but
I'm pumped, man. The guy that owns this country club, no shit, owns a blunt wrap company with Snoop Dogg. I'm sure I've said this before on the podcast.
Bro, there's not a dollar Snoop Dogg won't pick up. Like,
right?
Dude, like that dude will do whatever. Like
the guy told us so many times during the walkthroughs and stuff that like I'm very weed friendly. We like
you don't have to
here a lot.
When you say it exactly what you mean, you don't have to.
We
wink.
Definitely won't make it weird. I was like, who the fuck? What'd you hear? What have you heard? But
the other day, I just Snoop Dogg point. I was walking by. There's like I forget what the business was, and it had fucking Snoop on it, right? And it was like it was like fucking Metro Cellular or some shit like that. And then we walked into like what a Petco or some shit like that, and then Snoop's face was all over there because he had some like dog treats or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, we have some Snoop Dogg toys.
Yeah, and then like got home, turned on the TV, and it's like an ad with him and Martha Stewart. Like this man is like he's just taking the whole market. Like
I remember my mom used when murder was the case they tried to give him. My mom used that as like we need to watch the music you listen to more closely. Yeah, because look at this, and now my mom thinks him and Martha Stewart are adorable.
I tried to explain to my brother and sister, Danielle and Lane, who are like, Danielle's like 8 years younger than me, and Lane's like 10 years younger than me or whatever. They don't know like gangster Snoop. Like they had no idea that he was on murder trial. They just know him as like Uncle Snoop. Like that's what they know him as.
It worked.
Yeah, like they don't know that this man was like rapping for his life at the Source Awards or whatever it was, and doing I'm innocent. I mean, like that was like an iconic moment. Where he did murder was the case or whatever. Like they have no
rapping for his life
of that. Like I'm like, no, he's in a gang. I sound like the oldest man. I'm like, no, he was in a gang. He was in like the Crips or like they're like, no.
Nah. You Martha Stewart's friend?
Hey, no way.
Bro, we had to cancel our July show at the Hideaway or June show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is it July now? July show.
Let's
canceled our July show. Yeah, we canceled our July show at the Hideaway, the monthly one we run out here.
Mm-hmm.
All 5 of the air conditioners went out
in July.
Yeah, And they were like,
yeah, in
"It's cool.
Louisiana.
We've got indoor fans or something, and or indoor air conditioners." And I was like, that's not gonna
Like
work.
like little portable ones on the floor type.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not gonna work, man. And I was like, well, if you have those on, they'll never get the room comfortable. But if you have those on, it's gonna be so loud you won't be able to hear anything. So that's not gonna work either. And then the guy was like, "Can I call you? Because I don't think you understand what I'm saying." I'm like, "I understand what portable." And then he called me. He's like, "It's just air conditioners that are like on the floor and they're real quiet." I was like, I know that's what you think." And he's like, "No, we use them all the time during shows." And I'm like, "Well, you're talking about metal shows. I'm talking about comedy shows.
I'm talking about listening shows.
There's a huge difference."
Yeah.
And so we had to cancel the show, and bro, I was so upset to tell our headliner because it was going to be a good show. And I told the headliner I was all bummed about it, and she was like, "Oh, thank God. I had a friend who came into town to surprise me," and I was just like, "Oh, I got to go. I got to go 2 hours away to do this show, so I'll see you later." And she had just gotten her tooth replaced, and she couldn't talk with it right yet, so she was real like anxious about doing a performance. So it all worked out. It all worked out that they didn't have fun.
Yeah, that sounds perfect, man.
They could not understand. They could not understand that I was not. They made it sound like I was dumb for not understanding what they were saying. When I'm like, the people that come to these shows are like an older crowd usually. They're not going to want to sit still. Even if they're not going to want to sit still for 90 minutes. And they're offering free wavy fans and bottled water. And I was like, buddy, that's, I don't know, man. That's not going to work. Not going to work. And they're like, I don't think you understand what we're saying. Do you know fans, they circulate the air? And I was like, yeah, the hot air that's in the bar. Like, no, you're not getting it. You're not understanding what we're saying.
Right, but do you understand air conditioners, though? Right? Like, you understand what those do and the importance that they have in southern Louisiana during the hottest month in recorded history ever.
Nah, dude.
Any idea what that could do? Just a bunch of people sitting around with swamp ass watching. Yeah. How that can maybe not be fun for the show.
And then, but see, the issue with it was the reason we had to cancel the show, regardless of the fans or not, was they went on Facebook and posted that all 5 of their air conditioners were out. And that was it. We're going to try to work through this or something. So then everybody who had pre-ordered tickets emailing for a refund. And I was like,
well, yeah, at least you had
everybody wants a refund, so we got to cancel the show. And they were like, no, just explain to them that we have air conditioning fans and stuff in there. And I was like, they're not asking me that. They're not asking me to explain that. They're telling me they want their money back. And so we had to cancel the show. But now it looks like everybody that was coming to that one bought tickets for this one, where I booked myself the headline in case the ship goes down.
There you go, bro.
Just in case the ship goes down, I'm gonna be on the bow of it, just flexing as it sinks straight down. So, but it's been selling pretty good, so I'm pumped about it. It's Friday night.
Hell yeah!
I'll have this out before then, hopefully.
What you gonna do? 45? You can do an hour?
So, all right, here it is. I've been working really, really hard on my album and timing it out and trying to get it. And I am right now at 45 minutes of hard, no filler, just go 45 minutes. But what I usually get is about 50, just from little, and there's something I'm not 100% on the flow of it. And I don't get to do an hour enough that I can really just figure it out. So I'm going to run 45 and try to see if I'm ready. I think I'm ready to record it all. I've got a new bit that the final one that I was looking. I needed one more good solid one, and the Baton Rouge Got Talent joke has turned out really well. Bruh. Speaking of that bit, I want to tell you, Jason and Tyler came up to me before the Manship show. So I'm going to do 45 minutes, and I'm trying to run my album at this Hideaway show.
Right.
And I'm more confident now because I have been telling this joke about Baton Rouge Got Talent. And I'm going to spoil the punch, but The MC misunderstands what I tell him when I tell him I want to be announced as a disabled veteran. And he would come out and say, this next performer wanted me to tell you all that he's handicapped. And then Josh Watts. And it fucking murders. It murders. Because it's a good story that builds up to this and then it just hits. Mm-hmm. And Jason and Tyler and Gary Veter told me, you should say retarded. It would be so much funnier if the MC says this next performer says he's retarded.
What a note.
And Chase, look, I know you're not supposed to say it, but it took no encouragement. What, you think I should say it? You do? Ball,
you do? You can you sign?
Let's go.
Can you sign right here?
Can I go up right now?
Yeah. Can you make a video saying that it was your idea to tag it this way?
But even it's not me that says it, and it's said because of a misunderstanding. And they all made it make sense. But the thing is, Jason loves to fuck with me, so he could just be setting me up to look like an idiot. But it was in my head that, like, this is gonna work. And man, I was kind of shaken almost when I was getting to the punch because the joke was building up really well. And man, when I said, I made it a little more clear the MC didn't understand what I was telling him. And then when he went out, he said, this next finals for some reason wanted me to tell you all that he's retarded. Give it up for Josh Watts. I had to wait for applause from a crowd that had not been laughing much that night. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I should be happy about those applause or if I should be like, shame on you for them. But man, it felt so, and then it led to me going on stage, and instead of telling jokes, I had to spend 3 minutes explaining that that's not what I told him to say. And it went over really well. And I had a lady come up to me after the show, still feeling a little self-conscious about like, is that the right punch? Feels right. And this lady came up to me after the show and she said, I just want to thank you for being clean because everybody else was just so dirty. And I just appreciate some clean comedy. We're not prudes, but I appreciate not hearing every other word be a slur. I was like, all right. So this lady's backing it too. I'm like, there's 4 people in this room that have backed this.
Also, would you sign right here? Could you also sign right here?
Can you say that again into this video?
Yeah.
But it went really well. But that was in a pretty, I don't know, man. I got to figure it out if that's what I want. This is getting real into the behind the curtain, but
I like it.
It was fun. It's fun to have a new bit to work on, and it's fun to have that, like, I know it works the other way, but having that nerve, that, like, is it going to work this way, or am I going to fuck myself and then it pulling it? I don't know. It's fun.
You know, it's not fun. I performed at the state fair like 2 weeks ago. You want to talk about humbling?
Did I tell you my first performance in front of a crowd ever was at a state fair? In
Really?
1997, I was in a
that was the
rip-off
Stephen
band.
Wright thing? Oh, no. Okay. Yeah.
No, buddy. I was a rapper. I rap, dude. At the Whistle Stop in fucking downtown Denver Springs.
Yeah. I know the Whistle Stop.
And it was like, oh, I'll never do this again.
Dude, it's just like it was it's the only place that's got shade, and it's a bunch of people just trying to eat things on a stick or whatever, and they're all just like, they just don't really know how to be an audience. There's some people are like passed out from the heat and alcohol that they've been fucking drinking all day.
It's 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. I think I had a 5 o'clock show. I did 2 shows. I had a 5 o'clock show, and then the next night I think was at like 6 or something. And dude, it was just. And what's funny is
tent, or is it where is?
It had a little. Yeah, it had like a little. It was like a tent situation type thing, and it was not. It was sponsored by Tacoma Comedy Club, so that's like these are like our guys or whatever. These are our regular guys, and so they would block us off.
You?
You would think, right? And so they would block us off in like hour slots, but you're only doing 30 minutes, right? But it's like they start like so it's like from 4 to 5 is this guy, from 5 to 6 is this guy, and it's all the funniest comics in the area. Like there's not one comic on here that I don't love or don't like respect. I think, and I just we just all just for a weekend
Look at me.
just died, just horrible deaths, just over and over again. The only one that could like get mostly laughs was, of course, Gabriel Rutledge, because he's like a comedy god. And so, but like even him like struggled a little bit. I was talking about, he did the show after mine, and we were talking about it afterwards, and he said, this is how like spoiled that we are or whatever. Gabe is not used to going up and not having the crowd rolling within like 30 seconds. Like
I
he's
just saw a video of his. He's the assistant manager of his family.
Right, this is coming from
that,
corporate.
it's a
Yeah,
killer
this
bit.
is
Killer
it's my
bit.
favorite line of all time. Like, and this is coming from corporate.
So
So
my hands are tied on this one. It's fucking gold.
I've watched Gabe so much over the years of me living here, and it's true. Within 30 seconds, Gabe has everybody on. He's so likable. He's so funny. He's got like a bunch of punchlines and the stuff. And it took him, and still, it only took him like 3 minutes to have everybody like eating out the palm of his hands. But it was still like interesting to watch him like realize that they weren't immediately loving him or whatever, and him like trying to like, all right, what's is the mic on? Like, is these people hear me? Because I'm fucking Gabe Rutledge. He won like they gave him like some fucking lifetime arts achievement award for Washington State like a week ago or something like that. Like right before we did the thing, like he got like the "This is our funniest man that's ever lived in the state" award like from the government. And he, like,
And everybody's passed out with footlong corn dogs.
yeah, dude. It's so humbling. There was this guy. So the guy, Josh Firestein, he's a really funny comic out here, and he works for.
Well, isn't that the
Comedy Club.
preacher guy?
No. Mm.
Isn't that the weird Facebook preacher guy that wore the backwards Limp Bizkit hat, like the red?
Josh Firestein? No.
I think it is.
No, I mean maybe his name is something, but it's not this guy. I bet it is. I bet it is. I bet he changed.
How would you know?
I bet he rebranded.
You're a guy that actually knows him. How would you know?
He's hosting every show, but his hosting is just like, "What's up, everybody? Give it, this is the Puyallup Fair and blah blah blah, sponsored by Fred Meyer and this place and whatever. And we got some comedy for you. You ready? Here's Chase Myers, right?" And he's just doing that every show. Like that's the hosting,
Right.
And he was like, he had told me by the time my show went up, there'd been like 3 shows before me, and he was like, "I haven't done any time before because it's like felt weird." He was like, "Do you care if I like try to do some shows?" I was like, "Yeah, go for it, man." And he does like 3 minutes and like literally ends this set with like, "All right, you guys hate me. I'm gonna leave. Okay, so here's Chase Myers." And apparently he didn't do time the whole rest of it. Like he was like, "Nope, I'm not. I'm protecting myself. I'm not like." I was so jealous of that he. But it was so funny because it was like comedy camp, because it's just like all the funniest comics in the area, but we're all just eating.
All
we're all
getting
just
humble,
bombing.
getting your hearts broke.
Yeah, we're just all fucking bombing.
Coleman Comedy Club is trying to send y'all a message, man.
Right, yeah. Don't get too fucking comfortable.
What kind of fucking lesson is this? Goddamn, dude.
Oh, man. Did I tell you, this happened like 2 months ago. Did I tell you about that lady I saw like driving down the wrong side of the street? Did I tell you that story? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I have a driving down the wrong side of the street story too.
You remember I told this story on the podcast. Remember like probably a year ago or something like that when I was working at the warehouse, I told you somebody like stole a U-Haul and like drove it into the parking lot and like broke into somebody's like car and tried to take their car and left the U-Haul like with like just running and and it's like, man, I don't know what the rest of his day was like, but like it was funny to see this little moment or whatever. This has like very much the same energy, except for I got to see every bit of it. Like I actually got to see from start to finish. So like they're doing a lot of construction in Bellevue, which is like near Washington out here, and there's like an arrow that's like, hey, all the lanes are going to this one lane, right? And this lady, I guess, just reads it wrong, and she goes to the other side of the street where it's a one-way, right? And so she's over there, I'm behind her. And so I see this lady driving on the wrong side of the street. I'm so excited. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe this. I'm right here. I'm like going like at the same speed she is, just looking at her. Like I'm just watching. Like, oh my god, it's gonna get so good, right? And nobody's coming at her, but she also can't just like switch back over to the other lane because it's like this is like where like the Microsoft building is, and there's like this is like a downtown like area, so like the median is like flowers and like she can't get over. I'm just watching and like, holy shit, I can't believe it. And she drives up. Luckily the like her side of the traffic is like at the light, like they're at the light, but they haven't got the green light yet. I get to the next light. She realizes what she does. She turns on her turn signal. She cuts me off, goes down the street that happens to be the same street that I'm going down, right? So I watch this lady go, the wrong side of the road. Now cut like across like 3 lanes of traffic. Now she's at least going the right way. We're pulling into QFC. It's like a grocery store out here or whatever. And she pulls into the grocery store. I'm right behind her. I've seen the whole fucking thing. She pulls in the grocery store. Somebody's backing out of their parking spot, and she just fucking hits them. She just rear ends them. And I'm behind for the whole thing. And, I just mind my business and go around and park. And, like, I could explain all of this. I could help this whole thing. And I just go get my groceries.
You didn't say a goddamn word.
I didn't say a goddamn word. I know the Seattle freeze. I know what you're supposed to do out here. You mind your fucking business. And so but just like and it's like 9 a.m. Like this is like how this lady's day started.
She missed all the cars on the road and then got to
to immediately rear end somebody when she got in the parking lot, dude. It was so fucking wild. I was like, man, what a day. What a start to your day.
What a day. Yeah. Zoe's been at farm camp for 2 weeks straight now.
Farm camp?
Yeah, dude. I think I've told you about it before. There's a place out here in Folsom, and it's called Zoo to You. And it's these people live on this giant farmland, and they have every fucking animal you can imagine. For real. Kangaroos, camels, porcupines, badgers, like anything. Like if somebody finds a hurt animal, this guy will go get it, learn how to raise it, and then he just has them at his farm. It's the craziest shit ever. And during the summer, they do like, they go around to the schools and do petting zoos and stuff. And then they also have like hay rides on their property. But every summer, you can go for $325 a week. You go and your kid just basically works on their farm. I thought
that's a way to get around the child labor laws. There you go. If they pay us, it's okay. I can have 8-year-olds out here tilling the fields,
feeding the cows,
baling hay,
cleaning the pig pen. You're like, what? She fucking loves it. And last year, she came home. We were in the car on the drive home, and I was like, "How was your day?" She's like, "It's great," and she kept going and going and going.
They made me a child slave today.
She goes, I got bit by a hog. And I was like, what? It took like 15 minutes to get to that? And she's like, yeah, she got mad because I was chasing her babies. And I was like, Jesus Christ. And so when you drop her off, all the parents just wander around. And you can go pet the animals. You can touch them. It's crazy. We went. And every time she sees a chicken or a turkey, she'll run at them and scream because she thinks it's funny when they flap and fly to get away from her. God damn you, Zoom.
That's a 10-minute warning, people. That's a 10-minute goddamn warning.
She swims in like a little, like they dug a giant hole and filled it full of water out there with a backhoe, and all the kids swim in it. They have a water slide. She got to ride a 4-wheeler for the first time this year with somebody. But I mean, she got to ride, and honestly, it fucking broke my heart that I wasn't the first person to take her on a 4-wheeler. I felt betrayed.
Oh, dang, bro.
I was ready to murder that dude, but she had so much fun with it that it made it all right. She had so much fun.
Real quick, have you ever heard anybody call a 4-wheeler a quad? Right? Okay, yeah. No, I got a big argument with Linda the other day because she was like, "Yeah, we were riding quads," and I was like, "What's a quad?" And then she looked at me like, "You don't know what a quad is?" It's and I was like, "Explain it to me." She's like, "It's got four wheels," and I was like, "Oh, a four wheeler? Yeah. No, get that shit out of here." I was like, yeah,
Quad.
a quad. Yeah, some California shit.
I'll tell you what, though, it sounds more intelligent than being like four-wheeler.
It's got
But
four wheels.
it's not real. That's not a real
No,
thing.
I don't like
I'm
it
not
at all.
buying it.
No, I hated it.
She had
She was
so
trying
much
to tell me a
fun.
whole other story, and I stopped the whole fucking thing so that we could address this.
Zoe, come here. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Come here. I'm not mad. Did you hear her walking in? She said, "If you're mad at me, I'm sorry." Come here. Step over this.
Preemptively apologize. There
All
you
right.
go. Hey, what's up, Zoe?
You can't hear him because of the headphones, but you know that thing you rode with Mr. Jason? The machine? What's it called?
A four-wheeler.
A
Right.
four-wheeler. Exactly.
Right, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good job,
All
Zoe.
We were arguing about what it was called. Not
You're
arguing.
raising a good one.
All right, watch where you step. Say bye, America.
Bye.
Bye, America.
Bye. I thought you were Uncle JJ.
That is Uncle JJ, but there's people that are going to watch this. Billions and billions of Americans around the world. Yeah, I've never heard it called that. So
And
anyway,
only Americans.
only. You think we're fucking around? She had so much fun though the first week that she was like, "Will you please let me go again?" And I was like, "Shit." That's another $325. So I had to do some shows real quick. Like I squeezed some shows in, and we were able to send her back. And we didn't tell her until we're pulling up there. And she was so excited, dude. She jumped out of the car and just like,
It just stabbed a
Disappeared.
hog for revenge.
So the crazy
You
shit
thought I
about
forgot,
this-
motherfucker.
Talk is cheap, motherfucker. Every night they let the kids bring animals home, like goats, baby goats, rabbits, piglets, turkeys.
When
ducks.
you say home, you mean like to your home?
Home, like
Home.
kids at farm camp take these animals, get into their car with their parents, and drive home, and hopefully bring them back the next morning. I thought it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. We always tell them no because our dogs will probably murder whatever you bring home. But she's tried to bring home a rabbit that's the size of a house, baby goats, piglets, everything. And I finally asked the guy around the camp, I was like, "That's crazy that you just let kids take animals home." I was like, there can't be 100% return rate, right? And he looked at me so seriously, he goes, "Oh, no." No. Like, no, it's dumb that I even thought they made it back. He's like, "No, a lot of them don't make it back." I was like, "Oh, shit." And I'm talking to him. And as I'm talking to him, I was like, "Yeah, but like, isn't that bad?" And then he picks up a chicken, the kind of chicken that they take home, and he just snapped his neck and threw it over a fence, and a wolf ate it. And I was like, "Ooh." I mean, I guess it
What
doesn't
did that-
matter.
What did that prove, sir?
I don't know if it was a threat. I don't know what it was. I was like,
Right.
"Holy shit." They got wolf puppies there that are like
Psychopath.
sick. Well, I mean, that's how you feed the wolves. So it just seemed like he was sending me a message. But
Yeah. Asking too many questions, boy.
yeah, life is expendable here, boy. Just threw it over the fence. He grabbed one. He did the same thing to one of the campers. He just grabbed him and just fucking tossed him. Shit, Chase. I took over. I'm running a show in Slidell now at Old
Fuck yeah,
Town
man.
Live.
Nice,
And
dude.
we went down. It's a nice old movie theater that's been renovated. And at this show, it's one of those towns that's like eager to have something to go out to do, but it's way down in the south and it's country. So it's old people that think you're genuinely asking them how they're doing or if they've ever been on an airplane or like, and they want to respond. And I had this group of old ladies, I'm sorry. This group of beautiful women came up to me all night and were telling me that it was this lady's birthday. And they kept saying it because obviously they wanted me to talk about it up there and on the stage. And so I brought them all on stage and we all did shots of Southern Comfort out of like dentist cups. And that's exactly what they wanted. They were thrilled to get the attention. And then I told them to sit down and shut the fuck up for the rest of the show. No. It's a really fun place. We found out the guy that runs it used to be a musician. He was the original drummer of the Molly Ringwalds. Mm-hmm. If you've ever been to Louisiana, you know who the Molly. They're like an 80s themed band. They dress up.
I went to a Pelicans game and they performed at halftime.
Michelle and I's first real date outside of like hanging out at summer camp, where we went somewhere as people who could go into like bars, was to a show to see the Molly Ringwalds with that guy drumming. It was crazy. Small world. But it's a fun show. That's it. Oh shit, Chase! I almost didn't even mention that we're doing the Drew Brees Miracle League fundraiser down here.
Yeah, I'm trying to fucking perform at it.
I'm trying to find how to fraud some money out of a charity so that I can fly Chase. No, wait, let me not say it like that. I'm trying to find a way to get a charity to pick up the bill to fly Chase down for a comedy show, because North Shore Comedy is now doing the Miracle League makes like dugouts that are wheelchair accessible and everybody can play, and handicapped accessible football fields and stuff like that. It's seems like a real stupid idea. I don't understand it at all.
Dude, I mean, I'm all about meeting, like, you know, like I've been very lucky in my life that I've had like 3 father figures, you know, my dad, my stepdad, and Drew Brees. So like, I'm all about like getting down there and meeting one of my dads, you know, like it'd be amazing.
They gave me a big heat maybe when they said he might be there. And they also kept telling me that it's not murder ball. It's just kids in wheelchairs. They were real specific that I can't call it murder ball, which seems dumb. I was like, don't you know branding, bro? Don't you know branding?
Everybody's so sensitive now, dude. You just...
I'm really excited though. Like we're starting to get to build a reputation locally where people are emailing us about doing more shows.
Yeah, man, you got a lot of stuff going on, man.
I'm pumped about it. It's really fun. I don't know, man. That was all I got for this whole episode. I'm not saying anything else till 102.
Then I'm done. You know what? You'll get nothing else out of me. Not a goddamn thing.
Wait,
you know, plug some stuff. You know, tell them.
Yeah, dude. Go to our website, bucketsofduckets.com. Go to NorthShoreComedy985.com. I'm headlining Friday, August 4th at the Hideaway, August 19th at the Covington Country Club. We got a killer lineup. We also have a great lineup August 31st at the Old Town Live in Slidell. Chase, next month we have a headliner coming down. I don't want to say his name yet because I talked to your old roommate. This guy sent me a package to book him. We agreed to book him down here. And then going through his photos, I saw a picture of him sitting next to Travis, your 6'9" roommate. Mm-hmm. And so I messaged Travis like, hey, so this guy's coming down here to do a show. Thinking Travis would be like, oh, cool, let's be friends. And Travis sent me so many paragraphs full of hate. It made me so happy. No, fuck him, blah, blah, just so much.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it so much.
Now, there's a reason. You know how I'm like, how I have like 3 friends? And they all seem to like really like hate other people. And, like, yeah, that's why me and Travis are cool.
It made so much sense. Oh shit, we're almost out of time, dude.
Oh yeah, hold on, less than a minute. Let's see what I got going on. It's fine. I just have like the cities marked down of the tours I got coming up. I don't know. I'm doing a lot of local stuff. On August 12th, I'm doing the Roxy Theater in Bremerton. I'm doing Tacoma Comedy Club September 1st through 3rd. I'm headlining that Sunday.
Now if they humbled you and broke your spirit, they're bringing you
back. Here I'm coming back for less pay.
Cold-blooded.